All right, it looks like all the judges are here now. So I will begin the timer. Team Tandemly, your time starts now.
Hi everyone, we're Team Tandemly. Did y'all think that was a spelling mistake? Because that's the daily norm for people with dyslexia around the world. Can you imagine being in a classroom and struggling to follow along because you can't comprehend the slides? Here's a simulation of how people experience dyslexia. Now let's take a look at another similar problem. People with auditory processing disorder cannot understand speech or properly differentiate between speakers, especially when there's ambient noise.
They were both brother and sister. They were both instructed by their parents to get some milk at the market since they ran out this morning from eating cereal. Jill put on her blue coat as Jack got his...
Imagine trying to live and learn with these disabilities. We have seen this problem firsthand. Meet Grandma Hansa, one of our teammates' grandma. She was diagnosed with autism, ADHD, and dyslexia, and due to her disability, she could only study up until grade 1. Ultimately, she never achieved her dream of becoming a teacher. Just like Grandma Hansa, millions around the world face the same problem. As you can see, 700 million with dyslexia, 174 million with ADHD, and many more millions with other disabilities. Let's take a look at the current learning stack of how someone with a learning disability learns. Currently, there are many steps to go through. One app to consume the information, another to learn, and one more to retain. And we believe there's a large opportunity in replacing the current fragmented solutions with a completely novel and highly powerful and low-cost aid product for this market. Through a suite of features, Tandemly transforms learning by leveraging augmented reality and recent breakthroughs in machine learning to create an end-to-end solution that enhances engagement and educational outcomes. Our first core feature is AR Reader. Now someone like Grandma Hansa, when she was a student, could simply scan text on a lecture slide or a textbook and see it in a dyslexic-friendly font on an optimized layout proven to help dyslexics read much more easily. Furthermore, a number of recent studies have concluded that visual and auditory cues can greatly improve engagement for students with ADHD. So let's take a look at the demo for AR Reader. Users can personalize their learning styles, and visual learners can get images or animations, and auditory learners can use the text-to-speech feature to listen to the content at their own pace. As you can see, we also provide relevant resource recommendations from verified sources.
An object that describes how much it will resist change to the motion of the object. The more mass an object has means more inertia the object will have.
Now let's move to our next feature, AR Personalities. AR Personalities makes learning more engaging for students with ADD and ADHD. Imagine a 7th grade physics student with ADHD who's confused about movement of inertia. And let's see how he can use AR Personalities. He or she can use AR Personalities.
Explain moment of inertia.
The moment of inertia is the name given to the rotational inertia, the rotational analog of mass for linear motion. The moment of inertia must be specified.
As you can see, the student can use AR Personalities to select a physics subject, converse with a representation of famous physicist Richard Feynman while being shown an interactive 3D simulation, the pendulum, right in front of you. Now let's move to our next feature, Audio Assist for users with APD or LPD. We enable users to keep up with the conversation around them by showing a real-time UI labeled using speaker differentiation. And we also provide a summarization button to simplify dense phrases and perform noise reduction for a cleaner audio stream. And our other features include the automated quiz generation from the textual content, analytics feature that helps educators and students evaluate progress, memories feature that allows students to save and review useful information. And lastly, in the interest of time, we've chosen to demo through pre-recorded videos. However, if time permits, we're more than happy to show you a live demo at the end.
Let's delve into how Tandemly was built. Within Azure Cognitive Services, we use speech-to-text, text-to-speech, Azure Vision for OCR, and Azure Text Analytics for key phrase extraction. We also leverage Bing Custom Image and web search to show relevant content graphics and links, as well as Azure Blob Storage. Tandemly was built on React Native to create a cross-platform app for iOS and Android users. We use a variety of technologies such as Mixamo for AR and PyTorch for training our BERT model, and OpenAI's powerful language model GPT-3. For speaker differentiation, we currently use independent component analysis, and for noise filtering, we use a spectral gating algorithm. An interesting technical challenge we faced while building Tandemly was that words like work can have multiple meanings, in this case occupational work and work in the physics sense. To solve this word census ambiguation issue, we fine-tuned a pre-trained BERT model on Azure ML Studio to achieve a 77% accuracy, which is actually only 4% off from current state-of-the-art on benchmarks. Tandemly features were built with scientific evidence firmly in mind. We conducted extensive literature studies to optimize the text layout for dyslexia in our AR reader feature, such as the font size, spacing between characters, and smaller line lengths. We've had Tandemly validated by domain experts, special education teachers, and close to a dozen pilot users that wrestle with dyslexia or ADHD. Here's what they think. From our competitor analysis, we've concluded that Tandemly not only provides novel features, but is also more comprehensive and affordable compared to alternatives. The revenue stream within our
Could I ask a quick question? Oh, I guess one of the questions, and I think, sorry, your presentation is still answering it. One of the questions that I did have, though, was just around, sorry. Okay, just lost it, and I'm wasting your time, so go ahead.
Would it be possible to just finish the presentation? We could.
Yeah, I know our time is limited. I didn't get a time check, but okay, I'll come back.
Okay, the revenue streams within our business models include contracts with institutional partners, a freemium model targeting individual students and young professionals, and a software as a service model to enable integration with apps like Microsoft Teams. So as you can see, there's a large market for special education assistive technology software, but along with that, a large opportunity for disruption in this space. For a go-to-market strategy, we're looking initially to partner with established institutions and learning disability organizations in the US, as well as school systems in developing nations like India. We also reached out to some of the institutions listed below with positive feedback. Tandemly was initially built at Stanford's TRIAX back in February 2020, where we won the Best Azure Social Good Prize, and our team was passionate about this problem, so we continued to refine our product over the past couple of months. You see a number of exciting future directions for Tandemly, including building a Tandemly extension for video conferencing apps like Teams, implementing Tandemly on Microsoft HoloLens for more immersive experience, supporting a host of international languages, supporting other disabilities like dyscalculia. Bringing this very full circle, Tandemly has the potential to make education more accessible and inclusive for millions of students across the world. If my grandma Hans had access to technology like Tandemly growing up, she might have been able to enjoy significantly better educational outcomes and quality of life. To conclude, ultimately, we believe that using Tandemly, let's promote equitable educational experiences for all. Thank you very much.
Can I ask a question? Thank you so much. Can I ask a real quick question? So this is for iOS and Android, done with React Native?
30 seconds.
Okay, that's correct.
And does it function nicely on like lower end Androids for your user base?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, in fact, one of our developers has a lower end Android, which he used to test this.
Fantastic. Awesome job.
Is there a way to have the data that's being captured keep up the evolution of the solution so that better recognition of characters, better offering of tools? But I'm wanting to know about the back end.
I'm sorry, it's time.
Just to answer that, yeah, we do store all of the OCR text on Microsoft Blob Storage, so that some of our models, like for example, the word census ambiguation and also capturing the topic of the slide, can be improved in the future.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, judges. I think you should move to your next team.
Thank you.
And I will stop recording now.